Welcome to Publitarian Podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. This is Ronald Johnson, Publitarian, coming at you again with another episode of Publitarian Podcast. And we are up to episode 33 here. And the title of this one is going to be called Rudolph, It's Cold Outside. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I'm going to start waxing eloquent about the dangers of liberalism and Christmas and the holidays and everything else. Odds are that if you are in this audience, you already know of all of those things, so I'm not even going to bother with that. I am very optimistic and hopeful, though, as I go about my Christmas and holiday business, that more and more people are saying Merry Christmas to me. Nobody's flinching. Nobody's using code words. It's kind of funny because it was one of those Trump campaign promises where you're like, okay, fine, whatever. Where he's like, we're going to say Merry Christmas again. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're going to say Merry Christmas again. A president can't enforce that. It's actually just the tone that's being set from the top. And the tone that's being set from the top tends to trickle down. That coupled with people on the right side of the aisle, we've done decades of let's not be offensive. And we're just getting eaten alive and we don't care anymore. So I'm hearing so much Merry Christmas now that it's doing my heart good. It's filling me with warmth and holiday cheer. But anyway, I'm not going to drag on this podcast because it is Christmas and everybody is doing their own thing. We're leading up to Christmas Eve and Christmas. Everybody's going in a billion different directions. So I really just wanted to take the time and say thank you very much for tuning into this podcast. You guys mean the world to me. It's so awesome that I have listeners out there that are just like wanting to hear a different point of view. And I'm really appreciative of it. I thank you guys a lot for tuning in and listening to this podcast. There's really not going to be any news of the day or anything else. I just wanted to get something out before Christmas and let you guys know that I'm very appreciative of you. And I thank each and every one of you for tuning into this podcast and listening. And that's pretty much all I've got. It's going to be a very short edition of Publitarian Podcast. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. You can find me on any of the social medias at Publitarian, including the new one, Parlay, which looks like it's spelled parlor, P-A-R-L-E-R, pronounced parlay from what they're telling me. I always think of Pirates of the Caribbean when that comes into my mind. Anyway, so that will do it for me. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to this very short holiday Christmas edition of Publitarian Podcast. I don't know if you're going to hear from me next week or not. Obviously, there'll be so much going on. My regular job is going to be busy as well. So this will probably be the last you'll hear from me until 2019. But we shall see. I may surprise you and myself. Again, thanks for listening, guys.
You've been listening to Publitarian Podcast. Copyright 2018.